Hello, all you beautiful people. How are you guys doing today? I, Me and Brandon planned on going fishing this morning, but it started raining. So I just looked at the weather again, and it looks like it's supposed to be 71 and sunny by like 12:30. And well, I have until about 2 to go fishing. So, because he's got to go babysit our niece. And so that gives me a good 2 hours. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Frankie. Hi, Dwayne. Knucklehead. Um, yeah, so it gives me about 2 hours to work my ass off and get some listing done because I didn't do crap yesterday. Well, I did some stuff on Poshmark and stuff like that. I don't want to say that I didn't do anything because I did catch up on some shares and stuff like that, but at the same time, I didn't list anything on eBay. So this morning I got up and I knew that I had drafts already uh on my eBay. So I went and knocked out some pictures, and yeah, I relisted 100 things yesterday, over 100 things, but I can't count that. I mean, that only counts as activity, and um I needed new listings up. That's what I needed. So so that's what I did this morning, was caught up on my pictures and stuff like that, and got some stuff listed. But I feel like I need to I definitely need to put some new listings up. Um yeah, you can't really count relists. I mean, you can only count relists as like some minor activity. You can't really it's probably about the same effort as a revision. Um so I figured I'd get on here and knock some listings out. Maybe you guys need some motivation to, list a little bit. I hope I can give you that. I don't know if I can or not, but I hope so. I was just extremely tired yesterday. I slept all night long. I slept half the day yesterday, which is awful because I feel like my time is, whenever I can sleep, I feel like that is a I mean, I know that I need to sleep whenever I'm tired or whatever, but I I feel like that is a waste of time. I mean, I know that I need to be working. And it's like, "Oh, I'll only sleep until this long and then I'll get up and do stuff." Nope, it's not gonna happen. I was down for the count. I just didn't get anything done. What I wanted to do anyways. I didn't get what I wanted to do done. So, I got it done this morning. That's all that mattered. Yeah, I mean, yeah, your body needs stuff like that, needs the extra rest or whatever sometimes. And I understand that, but it seems like I'm doing this every week. Like I sleep a little bit, or I work all week and then I, sleep one day away, which I don't like that. I don't like that at all. My glasses are filthy. So I figure that I have like 2 hours that I can just really knock some listings out, and then I can go fishing, which is awesome. This is free fishing weekend, so we don't have to pay for a license. I don't usually like spending the money on a license unless I know I'm going to use it the whole the whole time, the whole season. And if I know that I'm going to be busy or whatever and I can't really commit to it, then I'm not gonna. It's like, a gym membership to me, What do I fish for? Well, I like bass and I like catfish, and I'd like to fill up my freezer. Um, Bass, catfish. I like sunfish, which are also called, what are they called? Um, Pumpkin heads or pumpkin seed heads. So I like those. But here it's bream. What's that? I've never heard of that. Bream. But I love fishing. It's so fun to me, and it's relaxing, and I haven't went fishing in a while. Hi, Nikki.
Morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right.
Ready to get some listing done. Well, as soon as I eat something.
Cool. I figure I'm going to work for 2 hours and then I get to go fishing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wish I could go fishing today.
This is a free fishing weekend, and right now it's like sprinkling, but it's supposed to warm up. And has the mosquitoes been really bad there this year?
No, they're always bad.
Well, I know, but like to a point. But they're
The
like
ticks have been bad, really bad.
here
I
too.
don't know. I don't give myself a chance. If I'm going to be outside for any amount of time, I've got Deep Woods off on me because mosquitoes make me angry.
Yeah, me too.
Very angry.
Oh, brim, it's also called bluegill type of sunfish. I thought bluegill was something else. I thought bluegill was like a longer fish.
Bluegill's just a little panfish.
Panfish. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about, was like sunfish,
Yeah.
um pumpkin seeds,
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, I've heard panfish before. But
You know what's good? Oh my
uh
God. We went up. There's this lake up in northern Minnesota. Well, I'm by northern Minnesota, but it's a couple hours north of me, or about an hour and a half north of me. And it's called Lake Vermilion. And they have the best jumbo perch. Oh my God. I
oh
never knew perch was so good, but I guess it's part of the walleye family, so
yeah.
perch is good. Um, but oh my God, we went on this houseboat one time. We rented it. And I mean, I would catch these jumbo perch, and oh my God, they were so good. My mouth just waters for them. Oh
Oh
God, they're
yeah.
so good.
I love perch. I mean, you have to kind of get them in a right stage though, because if they're too big, then they kind of taste yucky. But
Mm.
if you catch them and they're like that long. Like what do you think? Let me get my measuring tape out here. Like if you get them to where they're like small, like 5 inches or whatever, then they're not as good.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're like maybe 8 or 9, then they're good. And then if you get them too big, like 12 inches or whatever, then it seems like the taste gets yucky again, like they're young, or maybe they've been in the water too long or whatever. But But yeah, that middle
I
stage,
love
I like it
fishing.
in that middle stage.
I love fishing.
Oh, me too.
I could
I miss
fish every
it.
day.
You know, me and Brandon, we used to during the summer, man, like even if I had to work at night or whatever, we would be out freaking fishing.
Yeah.
And we haven't done that in a long time. Like, you know, cuz we don't have, you know, I think it's $32 for a license, maybe 20. I can't remember. It's, you know, it's reasonable. It's not too crazy of an amount, but um you know, I want to use it. If I'm going to buy a fishing license, I'm going to use it.
Yeah.
Um but if I don't have the time, then I'm not going to buy a fishing license.
Yeah.
Um so that's just how I am.
Oh, I forgot to get dish liquid, dang it.
I was out mousing around in my garage the other day, and I found these Puma cleat. They're not cleats. I think they're golf shoes.
Let me see.
They're
See the
they're
bottoms.
they're not cleats.
Hmm. Are they anything? I mean, aren't they just shoes?
They might just be. I mean, they almost look like golf shoes on the top, but I mean, to me, anyways. But they could
Golf
just be.
golf
Oh, you know
shoes have
what?
spikes in them,
Oh,
I think. Every golf shoes that I've ever seen have spikes in them.
oh. Well, then maybe they're not. Yeah, true. You make time for what's important to you.
Be right back.
Okay. Um. Okay. Golf shoes has plastic spikes, so they're not golf shoes. So what kind of shoes do you think they are then? Maybe just regular tennis shoes? Just fashion shoes? Oh, but they're Pumas, anyways. Yep. They have the leopard or whatever it is on the sides. Um. Okay. That's the bottom of it. It's not raised or anything. I mean, it just has the little instep, but doesn't have a heel. And I was thinking basketball shoes for a minute there, but you would think that they would have more. Maybe they're running shoes. Well, a Puma. Okay, yes. Yes, Dwayne. Let's correct Sally 1,000 times. Call them athletic shoes. Okay. Yeah, it almost looked like a running shoes to me, too. Go fast shoes. All right, Hank. Go fast shoes. They're my go fast shoes. They make me go fast.
Back.
Welcome back. So yeah, we're calling them go fast shoes, like Hank said. They almost look like, yeah, that's what I was gonna do right now. I'm gonna see what the style number is and see if I can find some info on that.
Look at me, non-clothing seller, telling you they weren't golf shoes.
Well, I don't think I've
Actually knew
ever
something.
listed golf shoes before.
And I'm just proud that I actually knew something about clothes.
They're not flame proof equipped. But on the top it has that in, I think it's German. Nicht Blemfest Oscar Osgarlistet.
Oh. I lost foot in your head.
There you go. There's your history lesson for today. US 11.5. Sport lifestyle is what it says. Fire can't even catch you. That's hilarious.
Oh, I forgot it was spam. Hold on, I'm here. I'm just gonna be on mute.
Okay. Okay, art number. Art number. That's all it gives me. It's not style, it's art. Okay. Perfect fluent German. That's right. You know what? Like, and you know what helped me with like stuff like that? Like, I don't know German, but I can kind of figure it out I um because of singing, because of choir and stuff. Like we had to sing um German songs and stuff like that, and you what the our choir instructor would do, he would um give us, like what it said, or how to say it, and then we knew how to sing it. And so we practiced like how to say it, and then the words to it and everything, and then singing it, and then he would tell us like what it meant. So it was kind of helpful in high school to have that, because now I can look at something and kind of just figure out how to say it, how to speak the words. It doesn't mean I know how to interpret it. I well, you don't know much about me, do you, OJ? Oh my gosh. You're gonna get me in trouble in here. Be telling you all my secrets. Oh shit. I didn't mean to push enter. 303 352 space 01. Um, ma. As soon as you get back, Nikki, I have to pee. Hopefully it'll be soon. Are you back?
I'm here just cooking.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Yeah. I guess I better call up the chat so I can talk to people, huh? I'm making myself some eggs and hamburger. I was watching. I can't see the chat, guys, so I'm just going to talk. Um, Hopefully, you guys can hear me over my hamburger frying here. I was watching that Evil Genius, and I'll call up the chat here in a minute. I just busy right now. Anyways, I was watching that Evil Genius, but I ended up. I woke up. I was going to watch it this morning. I ended up falling asleep while watching it. So I guess I'll watch the rest of it later. I got it in there playing, but I dozed off. So I just woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm starving. My husband didn't make me any breakfast before he left. Bum. He probably swung into McDonald's.
Okay. Thanks,
Have you
Nikki.
seen that Evil Genius yet, Sally?
Huh?
On Netflix? Have you seen that Evil Genius yet on Netflix?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah. I fell asleep during it, so I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I kept putting it on before I was like I was as I was trying to go to bed.
Yeah.
And so I would I would fall asleep and then I'd have to go back and rewind it or whatever,
Yeah.
rewatch all of it. But yeah, I got through it. It took me like 4 days, but I got through it. It was good though. Like all the information. And I didn't remember that case. Like I remember a few different cases from when I was in my teenage years and stuff, but I think that was too early for me. Cuz was it in the 80s?
I don't know.
I think it was in the 80s. I can't remember now. It was a good story though. Like all the crap that was, mixed up together. It was a
Well, I
good
haven't watched
story.
the whole thing, so
Yeah.
I guess it's an investigation thing, so you really can't ruin it for me, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just weird how all the pieces went together.
Yeah.
I like stuff like that though.
I just,
Okay, all it's telling me is sports sneakers. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
anybody in the chat watch Evil Genius?
Huh? What?
Anybody in the chat watch Evil Genius? Are they talking about it, or I'll have to go on there.
Uh-uh. Dwayne said he just watched Mine Hunters. Oh,
Oh, how was that? I heard that was really good. I just don't have time for Netflix. I got YouTube.
yeah. I
It's
I
so
watch I watch a lot of different stuff. Um
it's so
yeah,
up
Dwayne
on
said
YouTube.
he just watched it. He just watched it. And Nana Beth just came in. Hello. And Maureen. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
And Ansley. Hello. Yes, you're watching an evil genius on the show right now. I am an evil genius. It has a couple of different series to it. It's like what is it, like 4 or 5 part series or something?
I don't know.
I can't
I'm
remember.
I'm still on the first one.
It's not a straight through movie though. It has like 4 parts, I think.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
But it's good.
Investigative.
Oh, maybe that is Swiss. It looks like German though. Where is it made? Cambodia. Yeah, they're made in Cambodia. That's weird. On the website, it says free shipping in Switzerland. So I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I don't know. Dwayne says more like Pinky in the Brain over here instead of Evil Genius. Okay, I get it. Maureen says, YouTube peeps, did you see Lisa and David broke up? I don't know who those people are.
Yeah, I heard about that, but I don't know who they are. I guess it's big news, though.
Thanks for taking a moment to answer my question. How tall and wide is fountain when assembled? I realize there is no pump or hose, but do you know what else may be missing? Thanks again, Jim.
What?
Well, that's about my water fountain parts. Somebody sent me a message.
Oh,
Um,
that's somebody in chat was asking.
no. Hank says Mother's Weaponry Shop 5-year anniversary sale today. Can't wait for him to get done at work so we can have stuff. We got stuff to get. Oh, we're just working on assignments and knocking out some stuff. Did I have it listed on how big it was? I gotta go look at the listing now. See, these people are trying to get me off track now. What's up with that? Wonder where that Valerie Sue's at.
No. I'm the only one who loves you, Sally.
I know. I know, Nikki. You always come on when I'm by myself.
I try to come on, especially when you guys are by yourselves. It's lonely on the top.
I like it. Thank you so much. Hi there, Charles.
Hi, Charles.
Beep.
I love this convection.
And I have to later on. I have to look through the yard sale sites on my Facebook and see if I can find a microwave for the kids because my oldest kid is moving out in the middle of this month. He's moving in with his girlfriend, so they need a microwave.
Did he find a new girlfriend?
Yeah. Are you kidding me, Nikki? He found her when...
Well, I know, but I mean, I didn't know that was that serious.
Oh, I guess they are.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
It doesn't take long now. It's like,
Oh.
I don't know. But yeah, they've been seeing each other. They got a ferret together.
Oh,
yeah. So now I'm a fur grandma.
There you go.
Well, Dwayne, how is a microwave in your garage going to help me? But thank you so much for thinking about me. I don't think it's going to help me much having it in your garage. Okay, let me go. Okay, I got to get this fountain thing so I can measure it real quick and send these people an offer. I'm afraid Fuzzy's going to jump in my chair because he did that this morning like 3 or 4 times. He kept jumping in my damn chair and wouldn't move. And he takes up like the whole back portion. Okay, so oh, let's get a ferret and move in together, huh? Okay, it's like 7 inches tall.
Yeah, whatever turns their crank, I guess.
And 8.
Is she a nice girl?
Huh?
She a nice girl?
Can they scroll?
I said, is she a nice girl?
Oh, yes, she is.
She work?
She looks. a little scary when she puts on all of her makeup because she does the goth thing.
Oh.
For concerts and stuff. And I guess
Yeah.
whenever. But she, to like those occasions, she wears like dark makeup and dark clothes or whatever, which I can understand because I was part of the grunge movement in the 90s, I completely understand that part of it. But I mean, like her coming over here and stuff, she doesn't wear all that makeup or anything like that.
Yeah.
She's yeah. Yep, she's working right now. She's probably gonna go to school in the winter.
Good.
And they're gonna be living in a very busy town. So
they're moving out of town?
Oh yeah. They're gonna be like 45 minutes away, so it's not that far. But that way it'll give me a reason to go down there and thrift and stuff. Fine.
Or do you not want to say?
So sorry. Hang on just a second. Seven inches wide and no, that's wrong. 7 inches tall and 9 inches wide.
Oops. Eggshells in my eggs.
Top piece. And bottom. Bottom. So. What do you call these? Like, there's like stones in the bottom, just stones, I guess. Stones in the bottom of this fountain thing. I guess just call it stones. Some stuff. Joy says, "Hey babe, let's buy a weasel and get hitched."
Oh.
I haven't seen Mama J in a while. I know she came in on one of the listing challenges or something and talked to us for a minute, but she hasn't been around. I mean, people have their own lives, and sometimes they, get, sometimes you get in trouble with eBay or, and I'm not saying that's happened to her, but she's had a lot of changes in her life and stuff. And maybe she just felt like she needed to go in a different direction and be around other people, or maybe be around nobody, who knows, but she's not, she's not communicated with us very much. So, all I know is I think she's doing okay. And
we're still friends. I mean, there was never any falling out or anything.
No. I mean, no, yeah, I don't have a life either, Dwayne. It's okay. Some of us don't. I mean, this is my life. You guys are my life, pretty much. I mean, I have my kids and my husband, and I talk to Valerie on here usually, or on eBay or not eBay, but Facebook Messenger, and then I work outside the home, and so it's you guys, and then my work, and my kids, and my husband. And that's it.
Mama J had some life changes, and she probably just
people change, go in different directions. It's normal, and we've seen it many times, so it's nothing new. If you know, Valerie decided to stop making videos, you know, I mean, there would be a lot of people lost. You know, a lot of people that were like, you know, what do I do in the morning anymore, you know? Um, but you know, I mean, we've seen it, so it's not anything new. Some people just have to go in different directions, you know, at at a time in their life.
And
Ansley says,
sometimes
"Wait, are we diehards?" I'm a diehard.
most of the time, there's really nothing that has to do with it. It's just people just go away.
Oh,
You know, there's
OJ,
not always some kind of fight or drama or anything going on. It's just people just go
no,
away.
no,
You
it's
know?
yeah, there's nothing like that going on. Um, Ansley or OJ says, "What if there was a live chat feature right in the eBay website for buyers and sellers? Do you think that would be a good idea?" No.
A what? A what cat?
I do a live chat feature for
Oh,
for eBay.
oh God.
Yeah, that would be like a never-ending freaking job.
God.
I could just see that being so bad.
I'm all for customer service, but I don't think some of my buyers, I don't think I would want them to be able to just.
Yeah. I mean, you know some of the freaking messages we get, and it's like, oh my god, I'm surprised this person can live. Like go out, walk outside, and not get
Oh,
hit
I
by a
know.
car.
Oh, I
You
know.
know.
I know. You wonder how people get through life at all sometimes.
Yeah.
And those are the people I'd be scared of. Now, normal people,
Mm,
I wouldn't be scared of that, but it's all the unnormal people that I would be.
yeah.
People like Dwayne, you know. Just kidding.
Mm,
I love Dwayne.
Prancer. Nobody wants to hear you bark. I didn't know the Macari had like a messaging thing. I haven't.
Yeah.
Hey, that must be my mailman. Give me just a second.
All right, I have that Netflix playing, so you're gonna hear something else here in a minute, and that's what it is. I'm gonna shut it off here in a second. He says he's not getting anything for his testimony against me, just getting right with God. A few months later. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I guess I could have put mute on. I was watching that Evil Genius and I had it still playing. God dang it, I said on my cord. All right. I still can't see the chat, guys. Let me close the chat here real quick. Let's see. Hope everybody's getting some stuff listed. I had oh, I need something to drink. I'm calling up the chat right now so I can see it. There we go. Oh, I know. Some people just don't think before they ask questions. Um, I don't understand how some people get through life. I don't show up for long periods of time, but it's because of my health and living in the hospital for a while. Yeah, we miss you when you're gone. Yeah, last time we were gone a long time, Charles, though. It seemed like. Or maybe because I was gone a long time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get why people have to be hateful and send bad feedback and stuff. I don't get that. Those airmen don't need any more copiers, Wayne.
Oh my God, that's funny.
I know.
Cheap asses. I'm never going to live that down, am I?
Well, I thought he was in the Air Force and he was in the Marines.
I knew
Yeah.
that.
So that's why he says the airmen. The airmen.
He's too nice to be a Marine. I can understand why you didn't think he was a Marine.
Which is weird because my brother's a Marine and I mean I think I thought I would have connected that, but I guess not. Usually I'll connect things that I know to, like people,
Hi, Tara.
You guys
Hi,
are
Tara.
good today. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
All right.
You have a cold?
No, I'm eating Eggos.
Oh.
So you're going to hear me eat my waffles while I'm talking. That's the way I am.
Yeah, my late breakfast.
It's the breakfast of champions.
I'm eating scrambled eggs and ground hamburger.
Oh, I don't like eggs. And I was raised on a farm, and I don't like eggs. I don't eat them.
Quentin says, let go of my Eggo.
Yep.
I like eggs. I just don't like them when they're slimy.
I don't like any eggs. I don't like hard-boiled eggs. I don't like scrambled eggs. I don't like none of them. I don't know why I just don't like them.
Eggs. Hey, Nissa.
But I don't eat chicken either, so I don't know.
Right. I think you just maybe had too many experiences.
I don't know. Now, my family would say, oh, she used to eat eggs till she saw the eggs come out of the chicken's butt and then she quit eating them. I don't know. I just don't really care for the taste of them.
Yeah, I don't think we're doing toxin tonight.
And this is I don't like when my husband eating eggs.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
Probably because you don't like his farts. That's the one thing that my husband told me to whenever I met his mom. If you see her eat eggs, don't be around her.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh, that's awful.
No.
Don't tell me that.
I never knew that, Charles, that he's a Marine too.
Oh, yeah. Eggs are even when they're fertilized and they have like the blood spot in them, that's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you throw those away.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, when you crack them open and they have it in there. But you don't find that too much at grocery store eggs. I mean, like, if you have, like, farm-raised eggs, I think you run into that more than you would, like, grocery store eggs.
True.
Because I don't really think, like, the ones that are in the big egg production farms, they don't really they don't get exposed to roosters or anything, so.
Right. Yeah, they don't really have a chance of being fertilized.
Yeah, they don't got a chance to get it on.
Yeah.
I remember one time, not too long after we moved here, and we moved from town. My kids were raised in town most of their lives. Anyways, my daughter was, I think she was in 6th grade, 5th or 6th grade. Anyways, I came home from work one day, and she was here by herself. And she comes out of the house. She goes, "Mommy, I just love having chickens." This is Amanda, my youngest.
Mm-hmm.
And I says, "Why?" She goes, "I got home today. I wanted to make some brownies and there were no eggs. I went out to the coop and I found just enough eggs for the brownies." She says, "This is great."
That's awesome.
I said, "Yeah, it's like a grocery store in your own backyard."
Yeah. My grandmother used to sell eggs, but I think it turned into more of like a social circle than a for-profit circle. Because sometimes that's what she'd do, is she'd like sell eggs to these other old lady friends of hers, and then they'd sit and visit.
Yeah.
But sometimes she wouldn't, the chickens wouldn't produce enough eggs, so then she would go to like the grocery store and buy eggs to supplement them. Yeah, except she was paying more for the eggs at the grocery store than what she was selling the eggs for. So then she was actually running at a loss when she would buy eggs like that.
Oh my gosh.
I used to sell eggs to people at my husband's work.
Yeah. Well, my grandmother, it was all like people that used to work, because she's retired and her husband's dead. So people that used to work with them used to work with her husband. I mean, people that just knew her and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just wanted farm fresh eggs. So they approached me. They're like, they used to give me like $5 a dozen.
Man.
Wow. They came up with the price.
This would have been back like in the 70s and like till, let's see, we moved off the farm in like 84. So this would have been like the 70s until 82. So no, they weren't getting $5 a dozen for eggs though.
Oh my gosh. Like, we could get eggs for super cheap here at Walmart.
Oh my God. I went to Walmart yesterday. I got 36 eggs, 2 18 packs for, oh my God, they were cheap.
Like $2 something.
Like $2 something, maybe $2.20.
Yeah.
It's like $2 and change, but yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we usually buy them. Because we just go through eggs like all the time.
Oh my God, Jim and Brandon could live on eggs. Well, I got one of, I was gonna, I don't know if they're worth selling or not. I got one of those egg-tastics, so I tried it out. So now Brandon's really into those eggs. You cook in those egg-tastic things.
Oh, yeah.
Those egg-tastic.
You know what? You could just get you a regular, if you get you a regular bowl that you can put in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all you do is you just mix that egg up, and then you just microwave it for a minute. You just mix it up really good, and then microwave it for a minute. And halfway through, you take it out of the microwave, stir it up again. Just be careful whenever you poke it with a fork that you're not like, you don't have it like towards you, because I microwaved an egg for like a minute and a half or something whenever I first was trying this, and I poked it with a fork and it exploded and went to the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a damn bomb.
Well, I'm just gonna keep the egg-tastic because they don't really sell for very much. So.
Well, that's cool.
Anyway.
Is that kind of like the same? Like, does it make like a
ceramic bowl with a cover? and then you put your egg in it, and then you mix it up, and then it cooks it. It makes it like fluffy, you know.
Like the eggs you get at McDonald's or whatever?
Well, you break them up like scrambled eggs. No, because that would be like
Okay.
an egg patty, right?
It's just
Yeah.
like an egg-tastic is just a bowl with that you put eggs in and you cook it.
Yeah.
It's
It
just
just makes them
ceramic.
like scrambled eggs, yeah.
Yeah. Hotter than a bitch when they come out though. The
Oh
ceramic
yeah.
thing is.
Oh my god, that ceramic bowl is like, I don't know, it's like touching the sun. It's so hot.
I know they were at the dollar store here one time, and I looked them up, and they were the last one I saw sold for like $9.99 or whatever, or
Yeah.
no, it was like $12.99. And I was like, sweet. So I picked up like I don't know, like 10 of them. And my husband's like, "What if they don't sell?" I said, "Well, everybody's getting an egg basket for Christmas." Anyways, I haven't sold the one.
Really?
Yeah.
I bought it because I think
And
I
I
heard
put
you
them down to
talk about them.
$7.99. I still haven't sold the one, so I'm like, well, I'll just give them away for Christmas or something.
I bought it because I think I heard you talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I only paid $1. It was brand new in the box. And I paid $1 for it at the thrift store. So then I'm
Yeah.
like, well, shoot, I'll just use it because, like, in the morning, if he wants eggs, like before school, I mean, it's really easy and quick, you know. And he
Yeah.
likes them, so I just did it. I just kept it.
Yeah.
Cool. You're listening vicariously through us.
Is Bridget here? Maureen wants to know. Bridget, are you here?
Are you just listening today, Tara?
I'm gonna list a couple things this morning, and then I'm gonna go outside and do some stuff. I got
Cool.
some other stuff I want to
I'm going fishing.
do. Ooh. Ooh, Jim's all jacked up to go fishing too. You guys should go out together. He's
That'd
like
be
going
awesome.
through all these tackle boxes and organizing all this tackle that, you know, was like my family's and stuff like that. So he's putting it in all these like big tackle boxes, and
Yeah.
he wants to go musky fishing.
I know we need to condense ours too because we have like 3 or 4 tackle boxes and we don't really need all those. We should just use one.
Anyway.
Maybe I'll drive over. We can go fishing.
Jim wants to go musky fishing. I know you're scared of muskies.
What's a muskie?
It's like a big northern pike.
It's a big fish with big teeth.
It would be like a northern pike, but bigger. But it's different color. It'll be like a silverish brown on top and then a whitish on its belly. It doesn't have like the pikes that have the stripes and the spots on them.
Right.
I'm scared.
I'm afraid of dogfish.
I just got one.
We don't have dogfish here.
It sucks, man. I hate those things.
Oh, really? You know what I don't like catching? Bullhead.
Yeah.
I don't like touching them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, those freaking dogfish, have you seen their freaking teeth? Oh
I'm
my
gonna look it up. I've never seen.
And you don't. Yeah, and you don't want to keep them because they taste awful.
I don't like.
So you want to throw them back, and sometimes it's worth just like it's like better to just cut your freaking hook.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Oh, they are ugly.
Yeah, they are, and their teeth are really bad. I'm like, Brandon, get it off. I don't want to touch it.
I don't like catfish.
I like catfish. I like to eat catfish too. See, me and my older son will eat fish, but my younger son and Brandon will not.
And we don't have catfish in this part of the state. But we got bullheads, which I guess are kind of, well, they're like a small catfish. I don't like them because they're hard to get off the hook, and they got those two spines that come out by their gills. So you got to make sure that they're all flat. Otherwise, they'll stab you. And they've got really spiky ones.
Yeah. Do you eat fish, Chair?
Yes, I eat fish. Okay. This is, I don't clean fish, and Jim don't clean fish, and my uncle's dead who used to clean fish. So now if I fish, we just throw them back in because I won't clean fish. I refuse.
So you just like,
I'd rather just go buy them.
My husband flays them usually.
Yeah,
it makes it easier.
Brandon will clean them for me.
Yeah, and I don't like woodchucking up a bunch of fish in the freezer. We don't eat that much fish, because even like here, I mean, they say like you should have like one serving a week because even here in the Great North Woods, we have mercury in the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good for you.
Yeah.
The hell is this orange freaking stain?
Noodling looks like fun, but I don't think I could stick my hand in a dark hole.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. No,
I don't.
Fun, but I don't think I could do it.
No, I don't like if I'm like swimming and I like step on a slimy stick. I don't like that. So there's no way I'm going to stick my hand in some dark like stumpy hole or something. No, I can't do it.
Valerie wants to go freaking noodling.
Hey, good for her.
I don't want to do it.
Good for her. She's braver than me.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
Well, especially because they do it down there in the south, so you never know what the hell's in those holes.
Mm-hmm.
Up here, I don't think I'd be as scared, but down there, hell no. But up here, you don't have big catfish like that, so.
And even with catfish, I mean, you see, like, you should wear like a big glove because when they don't, their arm will be all cut up because those catfish have like those plates for teeth or whatever, I mean, you get a big catfish on there. I mean, you get cut up.
Even just their gills and stuff like that are sharp.
Oh, that's terrible. Marine said they're finding nuclear pollution in the fish out here from Japan.
Huh. Well, like even here, like because we're a tourist area, so they don't talk about it. But the problem with like mercury in the water is it comes from somewhere else because it comes down in the rain. So we could be like, we don't have any factories here, so we don't have any pollution. So yes, our water is not like icky looking, but you're gonna get some mercury down from the rain.
Yeah. But isn't some mercury good for you though?
I don't. Well, you could have it in very low levels or something, but I wouldn't say it's good for you. I don't think.
Kathy's trying to get in. Not letting her.
Doesn't it make you go crazy if you have too much or something?
I don't know. I eat fish all the time. I've never had a problem, but they say young children. They say young children, and like if you're trying to bear children, if you're bearing children age. Otherwise they don't. I think that's the only time that you're not supposed to eat fish more than once a week.
Yeah, I don't know. They have, even if you look on the internet, they'll have warnings, and they'll tell you even like a regular person don't eat more than depends on the type of fish. Like something like a muskie, you should eat less than like a panfish because I suppose because they're predator fish, so they eat other fish. But yeah, I mean, like servings of fish, you're not supposed to eat more than 2 a week.
Huh.
I don't want to end up like. Go ahead.
Kathy, is this the first time you've tried to get on with your phone? And what kind of phone do you have? I might be able to help you. No, I have used it before. iPhone. Oh, I don't know anything about the iPhone. Never mind. Sorry. Yes, mercury can pass the blood-brain barrier, and it is a leading cause of Alzheimer's type diseases.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I wonder. Maybe that's why my memory's been going lately.
I know. I was thinking you're so forgetful and stuff. It could be all that fish you've been eating.
I know. I've been really forgetful lately.
Yeah.
Did you see that GIF that Valerie put in?
No.
What?
Of the egg cooking, but it looks like a little mouth going. Huh. Keeps giving a crash report. That's weird.
Try restarting your phone. Oh.
Okay, OJ says yes. Mercury can pass the blood-brain barrier and is a leading cause of Alzheimer type diseases.
Well, now we know Sally doesn't listen to us.
Yeah.
Because we already said that.
So I say, why take chances? Don't eat a lot of fish.
Right.
Where does Maureen live? Do you live in California, Maureen?
Do what?
Does Maureen live in California?
Yes. She's by Santa Cruz.
Oh my God, Sally, have you ever seen the YouTube video with the lady cleaning fish? And it's got no head, it's got no guts. So it's just like she's cleaning out the inside and it keeps moving when she's trying to scale it. It's really creepy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I don't know if I could do it.
Well, this kind of makes me concerned because she said that their fish are showing with nuclear pollution. So if I'm buying fish at the store, where's that fish coming from, I wonder?
Possibly like Florida, or because Florida is closer to us, right? So probably Florida. Or I mean, I'm sure it could come from California too. Hey there, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
How you doing today? Thank you for everybody for following me and stuff on Posh. Kathy just went live just to see if it would work, I think. Just testing. It should say in the package, she says, maybe. Anissa says you don't want the farmed fish.
No, because they even like farm raised shrimp, because they're all like in their own poop and stuff like that. You definitely want wild caught shrimp.
Yeah.
Make me wonder.
I haven't just started. I don't eat that much fish. Anyway, once in a while. I like fish fry. But I'm not.
I have a hard time not eating fish. I love fish. I could eat fish every day. Fish and
I can
chicken.
eat fish every Friday. Yeah, I mean it just depends. But to tell you the truth, like to clean it and to cook it, I would rather just go get it at a restaurant or something already done.
Yeah.
Because I'm not very good at frying fish. Like I like it to be like really like beer batter fried, and mine doesn't turn out that good. And I don't clean fish.
Do you use shore lunch?
I don't fry fish. Sure, I
really
would.
good.
I would if I did. If I fried fish, I would try shore lunch. But I don't clean fish, and I don't fry them.
That's really, really good for fattening fish.
When I was a kid, I used to be I was into fishing so much that when my uncle would be cleaning the fish, I'd be the one that I'd have them cut open their stomach so I knew what they were feeding on, so I knew what bait to use. I mean, I was really into fishing when I was a kid.
That's awesome. Do you guys have a lot of bass up there?
We have some smallmouth bass, not a lot of largemouth bass. Yeah, you can get. It depends on what lake you're on. I mean, we have a lot of walleye, a lot of perch, bluegill,
Pike.
northerns. Yeah, northern pikes, muskies,
Yeah.
and then other lakes. I mean, there's a few trout streams around here. I don't go trout fishing because then you gotta go buy the extra stamp, and I never fly fish.
Yeah, I don't do
Yeah.
trout.
You know.
Yeah, it's kids' deals somewhere. I love salmon burgers. Yum. Jamaicans eat fish for breakfast. I got used to it down there, and it was pretty good. They fixed it when they're eggs. I do too. I eat fish and eggs all the time. I love it.
VIP jeans, button fly, acid washed, skinny jeans. Maureen says for some reason that this title made me giggle.
Just a lot of information in there, probably.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I love fish and eggs. And then one day, me and my dad and my husband went to the restaurant, and they had walleye breakfast on special, and I ate it, and they were like, "I can't believe you're eating walleye," and I was like, "It's so good, I love it." Highlight speeds gaming.
Jim used to go out to Bena, Minnesota, and go perch fishing in the spring of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, perch are so good.
Yeah, you go out there on the ice. That's where he fell through the ice, was out in Minnesota. Ice fishing
Oh,
at Bena.
I think I almost like perch more than walleye.
I
I mean,
do.
they're all the same family,
I
but I
do.
think I think perch tastes better than walleye.
Yeah. But I'd rather have bass than perch.
Really?
Really?
And catfish. I'd rather have catfish
Yeah,
than perch.
I hate catfish. I think it tastes like dirt.
Really?
Yeah. There's one.
Even like our bass here, because they're a little bit of a softer meat, they get kind of a muddy taste here. I don't know why. Well, it might be the lakes there. They're more in the shallower lakes. We don't
Yeah.
really have largemouth. We don't have very many largemouth. We got mostly smallmouth bass here.
Yeah.
Bass are fun to catch. Where they come up out of the water. That's fun.
Oh.
Sturgeon are fun to catch too. That'll give you a workout.
Oh yeah.
Reeling in a sturgeon.
We don't have sturgeons here. You'd have to go down towards like Neenah and stuff like that. And
Yeah, you got to be over by the big lake.
yeah.
My God, it's
I'm on
almost
lake.
12.
I catch sturgeon all the time. You can't keep them unless you get a certain stamp. But
Yeah. And isn't it only a real short season? I know they
yeah,
spear
I
them
think
through
you
the
can
ice,
only
but
get like one or two a year. I think.
yeah, and I think it's a real short season on the if you catch them on a line too. They're real protected.
God, those things are ugly.
Yeah, they are. They're prehistoric.
Yeah. I always throw them back, but yeah, they're ugly. Oof, yeah. But they're fun to catch. Because up here, if you don't fish on the big lake, you really don't catch that big of fish. Well, walleyes can get pretty big, but I mean ones that really work you out, when you're trying to catch them. So when you get a sturgeon on, that's a lot of fun because then you really feel like you're really fishing.
Well, don't you got big muskies over there?
Yeah, we have muskies. Yeah, I never
Well, I
really
mean, they'll
caught
give you
muskies.
a workout.
Yeah, I don't go muskie fishing. We go kind of go ocean fishing here. It's fun because you never know what is going to come up of the water when you
Jim
catch
loves
them.
ocean
Oh yeah,
fishing. Yeah, Jim's like, he said when you go fishing in the ocean, he goes, there'll be a time you're so tired of catching fish, you just like you just hand your rod off. He goes, it's like catching just huge fish over and over. He goes, your arms will be sore.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he would go down on Florida. They would take those like charters out and stuff.
I know I want so badly to plan a trip to Alaska to go fishing.
I think that would be fun.
Oh my God, I would love that so much.
Maureen says, 3 gals talking fishing. New show idea.
One of the salesmen was a Minnesota State ice fishing camp in the 90s. Cool.
I've loved fishing since I was a kid. I really had. I mean, I didn't get to do it too often, but every once in a while, my dad would, have some time, and we would, we would go like 30 minutes away from where we lived, and there was this huge canal, and rainbow trout would run in that canal, and they would just be jumping out at you.
Huh.
It was so fun though, because you were
Yeah.
kind of afraid that you were going to get smacked with a fish. Nice, Joanna. Good job.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get some major lifting done today.
And this says, I have the patience of a flea. I'd get so pissed when I'd get a snag, which is often, and I don't like worms.
Oh,
Oh my God, I went fishing with this one girl one time. Well, me and my husband went on the houseboat with some friends of ours, him and her, and both the guys went out on the boat on the fishing boat to catch fish, and we stayed on the houseboat and was fishing. And she couldn't bait her hook. She didn't know anything about fishing, and she was scared of leeches. She was scared of worms.
I don't like touching leeches either.
And so I had to sit and bait her goddamn hook every time.
I could put my own worm on. I don't like doing it, but I can. And then, but there was this one day, man, I did not care. We were having such good luck with catching that we were using worms as bait to catch perches that were little, and those perch don't taste good to me. So we were cutting those perch in half and using those perch to catch bass and catfish.
Oh.
And we caught a bunch that day.
There was she caught the pier more than many fish.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to go to this one dam that's not too far away from us. It's probably about 10 miles down the road. And man, you could catch everything out there. But there's a lot of dogfish out there too. So part of the time you're catching dogfish.
Oh, Sally's nemesis, the dogfish.
I just hate them. I just do not.
I remember
like
one time when Gary's nephew and niece were little. I told them, I said, "Well, let's go fishing tomorrow," and they're like, "Yeah, that'll be fun." So that day, I was running the hose on the ground, getting the ground real wet, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, at nighttime, we'll come out here and get night crawlers." They're like, "Why don't we just go to the bait store and buy them?" I'm like, "It's more fun to find our own night crawlers,
Yeah.
And they're like, "This is stupid. Why don't we just go buy them?" I was like, when I was a kid, that was the fun part of fishing, was to get your own crawlers,
Yeah.
Me and my brother used to do that every time we went to go fishing, was we would pick our own crawlers. That was so much fun. I mean, granted, I don't do it myself, but I remember when I was a kid, that was the fun of fishing. And we go out there at night with our flashlights and get all the night crawlers. It was so much fun.
We used to, because my uncle and me, I was really into fishing. So he made this thing. It was a rod you stuck in the ground, and then you plug it into the wall outlet, so it put out some current, and then you shock the ground, and then all the night crawlers come up to the top, so then you go around and pick them up.
Yeah, that's what Gary said. Gary said that he used to do that when he was a kid, and I was like, well, that don't sound like very much fun.
Yeah, my dad used to do that too.
And then you burn them on night crawlers with a magnifying glass.
Oh, no. We used to that's what we did all winter long. I was so into fishing, I would sit with my uncle and make jigs all winter long. We would pour like the lead, like melt it, put it in molds, and then hand paint all these jigs, like different color schemes and that for fishing. I was a dork. I thought it was super fun though. By making jigs?
Did you put a worm?
Well, sometimes worms, leeches, minnows, whatever.
I like those Waltz crawlers. You guys probably have them over there in Michigan. They have green worms.
Oh yeah,
I like those.
Mm-hmm. Well, we even sell those at our store. We have a bait cooler that we sell a bunch of night crawlers and leeches, and we sell the green worms and the regular worms.
I think Waltz crawlers more is in the UP. I don't think you'd have them down there.
The what?
Waltz crawlers?
Oh yeah, we have. That's where we get them.
Oh, is that where you get them? Oh, okay. I didn't know he was that far down in Michigan.
Yeah, we got them too.
I don't know who Walt is, but he does a lot of worms.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I saw a video and I thought of Sally. They have this guy couldn't get gas because the gas pumps were so covered with mayflies you couldn't even see them. It just looked like a pump of crawling mayflies. It was like everything was covered up.
Oh, it's awful. They're not that bad right now, but they can be. They can be really bad. But that's when the fishing's the best,
Yeah.
So when the mayflies are here. Hey, there's that Valerie.
Hey.
Oh, Valerie made it.
How you doing today, sister?
I'm all right.
Did you sleep in?
Right.
Yep.
Good. Nice and rested.
I don't know about that, but
Ready to work.
I don't know about that either.
It'll be all right.
Yep.
It's going to be a good weekend, right?
Yep.
Well, Dwayne and Deldon and Shane were talking about the listing challenge tomorrow, so.
Yeah, I watched a little while of his video this morning.
Oh, they have a show last night or something?
Yeah, he had a live feed.
Oh.
I shared it.
Well, I was in Walmart shopping. I got home around 11:30 at night, Nikki.
We were still on.
At 11:30? Well, let me see. I left here. I got to Walmart around 9. I'm like, I'm going to go do my grocery shopping so I don't screw it up during the day. So I went and did that. So I got home around 11:30, me and Brandon. And then I went out. Jim was working on the boat yet. I went and talked to Jim for a little bit. So, I mean, I probably got in the house around midnight. So, and then when it's midnight, I'm ready to go to bed.
That's your time, huh?
But I'm ready to go to bed. When it's midnight, when it gets to midnight, I'm ready to go to bed.
He wasn't on much past midnight, though.
No. Hey, you go to the kitchen. Will you put this in the kitchen for me?
I stayed up till 2 o'clock watching videos on how to use a hummingbird death finder.
Oh, there you go. Well, I didn't go meet. I laid in bed and watched an episode of The Tudors because it's on Netflix, which I've never seen it. It's an old show, but now I'm totally watching it. So anyway.
Have you watched Evil Genius yet?
No. Is that the? Oh yeah, that's the one with the pizza bomber, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was good.
I haven't watched it all yet.
It was good. Yeah, it's really interesting. I forgot about that. I mean, now like when I watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that guy, the pizza bomber. I had totally forgotten about it.
I didn't remember that story. Like from
Yeah, I
when
mean,
I
like
was
it is like what it isn't like like Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, oh yeah, I think I do remember something about that. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? But yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting on how all the pieces went together.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got like this whole group of people. You got that one, her boyfriend's in that one other guy's freezer who had the hots for. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
yeah. If so, I can tell you this. I don't care how much of a crush I have on you. If you ask me to put a body in my freezer, I'm gonna be like, yeah,
Sorry, I'm out.
yeah. Oh wait, oh wait, oh like when you're first seeing somebody and you're all flirty, like, oh, you mind if I keep something in your garage? Oh, sure. You want to keep a motorcycle or a car? No, just the body of my other boyfriend. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm out.
Why?
Bye. Not interested. Yeah, and well, I don't think he has succeeded in doing it, but they were going to cut the body up.
Yeah. That's what he was telling the cops, was that he was like trying to stall. He was
Yeah,
trying to stall by looking at like saws and stuff like that so he could cut the
yeah.
body up.
Oh my god, that is
I'm
so
like,
gross. Yeah.
you wonder if he was ever gonna really get to that,
Oh
but
my
it
god.
was just kind of funny that I thought it was funny that he pretty much turned himself in.
Yeah, but he got off. He
Yeah.
turned himself in and hung it all on the woman, and he pretty much walked away scot free.
Yeah.
And they were fishing friends. And then you had that other guy that I think he might have been, I don't know if he was selling drugs and pimping girls, that one girl too, to that guy that ended up getting blown up. But that's how they met. Some of them were their fishing friends. So Sally, be careful who you're talking to when you go fishing. You end up in a murder circle.
I will.
Dwayne says, what is a body in the freezer between friends?
Yeah, no. I don't like old venison in my freezer. There's no way I'm keeping a body in my freezer. Where I used to live, I'm from southern Wisconsin, and I lived in Waukesha County, and there was this bar. It was called the Dugout, and it was in Lisbon, and their dog had died, so they put it in the freezer of the bar because they had one of those big walk-in freezers, till they got it cremated or buried or whatever. Except when they did the health inspections for the restaurant, they find this freaking dead dog in the freezer. So it's a big news story hoopla. Except they had a couple dogs before that had died. Like, this was their third dog in the lifeline of dogs because they just never got around to burying the dog or cremating the dog or whatever. So they had there was a dog that was in there for I don't know, 15 or 20 years almost or something. Yeah, they didn't get around to burying him.
Yeah, sure. You're gonna bury him. Yeah, that's right. Hey, get
I
your
was
hot.
just gonna say that. I mean, I had a problem with my brother-in-law. Here's one of my brother-in-law stories. Their dog had passed away, and we had a big chest freezer, and he wanted to put the damn dog in my chest freezer. We didn't have anything in the chest freezer other than ice jugs, but yeah, he wanted to put the dog in my chest freezer, and I was like, you better make sure you get. It was wintertime, and he couldn't bury him yet,
Well, they'll freeze outside.
So he was waiting for springtime.
Yeah, but even if it's outside though, something will get to it.
We had a dog that ended up dying, and it's middle of winter up here. I mean, there's 4 feet of snow on the ground, probably 3 feet of frost. We wrapped the dog in garbage bags. This could sound gross, and we stored it in this part of the barn as soon as the snow melted, we could pickaxe through in a hole in the ground. Then we buried it right away. Anyway,
yeah.
so you can store them in a garage. Anyway.
Dwayne says, "Yeah, could you get me the T-bone steak? I think it's right under the dachshund."
It's like, I think they were poodles. Now that I mean, I think they were like toy poodles or something. I mean, that would be creepy. Go in there and
That
there's
is awful.
Look
well, they
under
got it wrapped
Rover.
in plastic.
Look under Rover and get that steak, would you?
I mean, I can see it if there's like no food in there. If it's not
Yeah.
used
Well,
for
there was
food
no
at
food
that
in my
time or
freezer, so I
something.
allowed it. I still was
But
creeped out by it.
yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean that's what vets do. You know, they just throw them in a freezer until the truck can come around and pick them up. You know.
I
Yes.
heard of a person, this family had grandma in a chest freezer.
Oh my
Jesus
god!
Christ.
The reason is this whole family's living off grandma's social security
Oh
check.
my God.
Oh
Grandma
shit.
crosses the rainbow bridge and they don't want to quit collecting the check, so they put her
Oh
in a
my
chest
God.
freezer.
The
And I guess
rainbow
that ain't the
bridge.
first time that's happened.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's
I
awful.
couldn't even imagine. I imagine there's people out there like that, though.
Yeah.
Hank says animals in the freezer. This is not on the checklist for normal show topics.
I don't even know how he got here.
Well, he wrapped the dog in garbage bags, like 3 garbage bags. So I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't like we just stuck the dog in there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in these big, thick contractor bags. So I mean, it wasn't like, you know, every time. Well, I didn't have any food in the freezer anyway, so, and it was out in my garage.
It's just different.
It's called life of the country.
Yep.
The stuff you deal with.
Welcome back, Charles.
Hey, you should try having a horse die in the middle of the winter and shove that in a freezer.
Oh my god.
No, I haven't picked up. I'm joking. I know. No, they get picked up.
I know that was like when the Saint Bernard died. I mean, that was like carrying out a goddamn human out of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
well,
I mean, he weighed almost as much as a small human, you know.
Right.
And he was long enough to be a human, you know. And oh my God, that was horrible. And then of course he died in the wintertime. So we had to we put him in the we have like a burning wagon, old grain wagon that we burn in. Well, we put him in there and then put rubber roofing over it so that the crows wouldn't get him. And then he stayed frozen in there all winter, and then we buried him in the spring. I just didn't burn anything in there.
Yeah. I make Jim bury the dog.
well,
I tell him that's why I married him.
well, dogs are no big deal, but horses, fun fact, they never die. Well, we had one, a wildcat, died out in the field, which was awesome. But they almost always come into their stall for the night, then they die. So now you got this 1,800-pound animal that's stiff as a board with its legs straight out, and you got to get it out of its stall at a right angle out into the barn aisle. So now you can remove it from the barn aisle. I mean, yeah, you want to talk about, you know, and you're trying to like not get hurt. You know, you got 2 people trying to manipulate this thing with a tractor and trying to hold the legs up.
Block and tackle.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
might
God.
wind up using a pulley because that'll pull it straight out into the aisleway, so then we can remove it straight down the aisleway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a mess.
Dwayne says, "How do you know how to carry how carrying a human feels like?" Nikki, wait, don't answer that. Mind your business, Dwayne. Just mind your business.
Yeah, Dwayne is trying to get us to tell all our secrets.
That's a story for another show. No, I'm kidding. Well, we had that 900-pound sow that we butchered. Oh my God, she was mean. I bought these pigs, 9 pigs and a sow, and they were all her piglets. And we had to crate her and bring her home. Oh my God, she was a mean bitch. We couldn't go into the barn. Hi, Sassy Seller. we couldn't go into the barn alone. When I'd go in and feed her, Gary had to stand there with a shovel or something to hit her if she came after me. She was mean. So I told Gary, I said, as soon as we can butcher her, I want her gone. Because the pigs were already ready to be weaned off of her. Well, the problem is that this guy that we got him from, he didn't believe in weaning the pigs off the mother. So there was this other pig that I got with the mix, and he was from the litter before, and he was still sucking on mom's tit. Well, she, when you don't wean the babies off the sow, she starts getting mean, because those are her babies, and she gets more protective as they get older, So anyways, yeah, if I went into that barn, somebody else had to be in there to whack her if she came after me. And the day we were going to butcher her, my nephew came out to help us. And I told him, I said, now when you're in with that sow, I said, watch your nuts. I said, because she'll go after you. And that's about where she went after you at, because that's where her head was, Wow. And he's like, oh, it's just a pig, I'm not scared. Anyways, he's standing there. All of a sudden, she goes after his nuts, and he jumps, and he's like, holy shit, you weren't kidding. Like, oh, she's a mean old bitch. Well, we finally, she was so big. My husband was pulling her with the tractor. We had wrapped a leash around, or a rope around her to try to get her out of the barn, to get her where it was okay to shoot her. Well, anyways, she had stopped and dug her hoofs into the ground, and she stopped the tractor. She was so god dang strong.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, of course, he just had to shift gears, and then he could, but he didn't, he didn't want to be mean, But yeah. Anyways, he ended up shooting her, and oh god, was that that was a big job, boy.
Oof, no. Well, it's a good way to get rid of a dead body is feed it to the hogs.
Yep.
I think. Yep. Hey Jim, did your grandpa from Kentucky? Didn't he have a brother that got ate by? Died, yeah, Jim has this. He calls it his grandpa. His grandmother remarried, but I mean, he raised Jim's mom. He had a little toddler brother that got ate by the hogs.
My real grandfather died way before I was born, so I never knew him. But this was the guy who was married to my grandma, so he's my grandpa. But anyway, yeah, he was in around some rural town around Paducah, and a kid was playing around the pig pen. Was the last place they saw him, and they did search the pig pens and couldn't find him. But these kids would get up and they'd walk on the rails alongside the pig pens, and they figured the kid fell in because they did eventually find him. He was in the pig pen.
Kind of like on Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, like that, except unlike Dorothy, this kid actually got consumed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, he probably got trampled, and then, they're animals, so, I mean, they don't know the difference. It's like a shark. A shark don't care that you're a person.
I don't know. They say, those wild boars, if you're, out in the woods, I mean, you get a pack of them, they'll knock you down and kill you and then eat you.
Oh, yeah. You're
like wild
those things are like rodents, though. I think there's no, limit.
Oh yeah, you can. They have open hunting season. Well, we don't have wild boars here, but I know Jim looks into it. If we ever get out of here, he goes, "Oh yeah, in Kentucky you can hunt pigs year round." He goes, "I want to shoot one of these things."
There are wild boars in Wisconsin, by the way.
Not where I'm at. There might be. But
I think
there was a story out of the UP where supposedly a game farm, they had those Russian wild boars. A bunch of them got loose and then they couldn't catch them. So they were talking about that, but I've never seen. I don't think we have them here anyway.
Dwayne said they had a attack rooster, pecked the top of his foot, caused a bruise. I punted that little piece of shit. Still would attack Heather. We had a duck. My sister, we had two ducks named Silencio and Stuart. And they were great ducks. And they were awesome. You could call them. You'd be like, here's Silencio, here's Stuart. They would come to their names, everything. They were just pets.
And they died of old age, right?
Yes. Anyway, they did. Anyways, okay. Well, not Stuart. But anyways, my sister, we love the ducks so much. And I was like, I think I want to get some more ducks, Well, Well, anyways, we were at the chicken swap, and my sister and her boyfriend bought my daughter 3 adult ducks, Pekin ducks. Well, Silencio was a Pekin, and Stuart was a Rowan. Well, anyways, Silencio started going with the Pekins, and Stuart was by herself again. Yes, I said her. Stuart was a girl. She had an identity crisis. Anyways, well, these ducks attacked Stuart and beat her up. Well, anyways, I nursed her back to health, got her back to normal, and she still had a small little sore on her head. Well, anyways, I go out of the house and hear that one of the ducks is attacking her again. And I was at the time, I had just had knee surgery not too long before that, so I couldn't run. And I told Gary, I says, get that goddamn duck. That duck is dead. Well, anyways, he wasn't moving fast enough. And so all of a sudden, I'm trying to chase this duck and I can't run. So anyways, I pick up the garden rake and I whip that garden rake across the yard and bing that duck in the head with it. And I walked over to I beat the shit out of that duck, killed the duck with the garden rake.
Well, that's morbid. Okay, Nikki, are you sure it was I got to ask one question. Was it attacking the duck or was it trying to mate with the duck?
Yeah, it could have been a lovely
attacking her. And she was all bloody again. It was attacking her again.
And sometimes you get like those drakes will be like so burned up they won't give it up.
Yeah, it's like 50 Shades of Duck.
Yeah, so I went after that duck and my nephews who were over and they're like, hey, don't beat the shit out of that duck. We can eat it later. You know, and I was like, I ain't eating this damn duck. I was so mad. Oh my God. I killed that duck.
Boy, you are vicious. Note to self, don't mess with Nikki or she'll kill you with a garden rake.
Bloody justice.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Joe Pesci in the cornfield with the baseball bats.
Oh, Nikki's gone.
Uh-oh.
We lost her. She told the story and left. Oh man, note to self, Nikki, I'm never gonna mess with you or you're gonna kill me with a garden rake.
Oh God, I was so mad.
You know what? And
you're right. Mad.
Your right to not incriminate yourself is in the Constitution, Nikki. You don't have to incriminate yourself.
Oh, I was so angry at that duck because they just picked on Stuart all the time.
Well, I've had that with like Jim got some Muscovy Drakes, older ones, and they would be like so horny. They'd go after my ducks and they just would be like on them all the time. They would like pick the feathers off the back of their heads trying to hold them down and stuff. Because that's all they're trying to do is screw all the time.
Yeah, I had a rooster like that. We had one rooster, Mr. Jiggles. You guys know about Mr. Jiggles. Anyways, and he was such a good rooster. Well, then we had this other rooster, this white rooster, who was just a little ass. We named him Pat because they were all supposed to be females. But he ended up getting in the mix. And he started looking like a rooster when he was little. And we're like, yeah, I think that's a rooster. So we named him Pat because he kind of looked like a rooster. So we weren't sure. Anyways, all of a sudden we found out, he was a rooster. But when he was around, all of a sudden my chickens are missing feathers. And he was just so on them all the time that, he ended up missing feathers. So I got rid of that rooster right away, boy. Mr. Jiggles used to go over and attack him all the time because he was too mean to the rooster or too mean to the hens.
Oh, the other roosters were getting them?
We had one other rooster besides Mr. Jiggles, and he was mean to the girls. So Mr. Jiggles would go after him all the time and protect the girls. That's why Mr. Jiggles was so beloved. He wasn't an attacking rooster. He was a good rooster. He would just sit there and watch over the girls while they ate, and then when they were done, he would eat. I mean, he was such a good rooster.
He was the white knight of the chicken coop.
No, he wasn't white. Mr. Jiggles was black. Pat was white.
What are you up to, Valerie?
Huh?
What are you up to?
Learning stuff.
About 5, 6.
Learning how to kill stuff with a garden rake.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah. Needless to say, I got rid of those other 2 ducks. I gave them away to somebody.
Sure.
And then Silencio and Stuart were friends again.
So when the people you gave the ducks to came over to pick them up, did you say, "Yeah, here, let me get them out of the freezer"?
No, I just gave them away. Just the one that was attacking Stuart was the one that died.
Jim.
I said the thing about the white knight because when Jim dated his girlfriend in high school, her father had a drinking problem. So at night he'd get like really drunk and he'd go on and on how nothing against truck drivers, how truck drivers are so great. They're the white knights of the highway and you can always trust them. They help people and everything. So when you said that about Mr. Jiggles, I did that for Jim. Like, oh yeah, he's the white knight of the chicken coop.
White Knights of the Highway.
Yeah. How much did that guy drink? It was a lot.
Okay,
He would
I don't
start
think we
the
need to get
day.
into that.
Well, then he drank like over a case of beer during
Yes,
the
and
day.
he later got help, and he later didn't.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's passed away, and not be.
Well, I don't think he's listening. Like, oh, don't tell him.
No,
how
but
much
his
I
family
drank.
members might.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, you never know.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Don't point your finger because there's 3 fingers pointing
Ow!
to you.
Frankie Svein said Valerie's going to write a bestseller about the real life of resellers.
The dark side of reselling.
Resellers exposed.
Oh God.
Are we going to be here a while or what?
No, I'm probably gonna shut it down in about 15 minutes because I'm gonna go fishing. It's not warmed up outside, but it's not sprinkling either. So I'm just gonna have good cover and fight the mosquitoes off.
Other tip product, Dwayne said we had 2 ducks too, like Aflac ducks. AJ,
Yeah, those are Pekins.
Those are Pekins.
We had one that we named Howard.
My sister-in-law had one. She named it Aflac.
Aflac.
I go over there. Hi, Aflac.
Prancer.
I like ducks. I'd like to get some more ducks. I'd like to get some more ducks and chickens and goats.
Oh, there goes.
Yeah, I want to get ducks again too, but Jim's like, well, let's move first.
Yeah, I don't want to be moving poultry. I'll have like a big Jenny O truck with the ducks' heads will be sticking out the sides of the thing, you know, like when they're taking to the processing plant.
Oh my God, that's so. Was that Lady Smith?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's Lady
Yeah,
Smith.
they have all the turkeys got
when
their
you
little
drive
heads sticking
through
out.
because it's a processing plant, so they use these semi trucks to move them over to the butchering plant. So you have all these poor turkeys with their heads sticking
I mean,
out.
there's like thousands of turkeys on the semi.
And Jim loves turkey. He's like, oh my God, I can't almost not even eat turkey anymore after seeing that.
Yeah.
Because we were driving through the town. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I've eaten turkey many times. I'm guilty.
Oh.
I'm an enabler.
Dwayne said, really, Howard the Duck, like the movie?
That was my favorite movie at that time, so we named him Howard.
I hope you were very young.
Why did they just have a Howard the Duck cameo in a movie? I
was about 12 or so.
No, but they just had Howard the Duck in a movie that just was like released this spring or something. I don't know if it was Marvel Infinity Wars, where at the end they have like aliens in a bar and Howard the Duck is one of them.
I took a girl to a movie. I'm like, well, what do you want to see? So she picked that Howard the Duck. I had to pay at a theater to see that.
I loved it. I could watch that movie over and over again.
It was so neat. The Pekin duck went
he's in Guardians of the Galaxy at the end.
The Pekin duck went missing for like a week or so, and we thought for sure something had got her. And well, the day my father-in-law passed away, he passed away here in my house. We're all sitting outside, just all sad and everything. They had just taken him away and stuff, and we're sitting outside all sad and crying and whatever. And all of a sudden, we hear Silencio quacking, and out from the woods, here she comes with a bunch of little ducklings following behind her. Right at that moment, it was so heartwarming. I get chills talking about it right now, remembering it. It was so neat.
Yeah.
I mean, right at that moment, and she comes walking out of because our ducks, Silencio and Stuart, were very beloved. We loved them very much. And even my extended family would come over just to see the duck, you know. And even the chickens, they would all come running when I drive up the driveway looking for treats. You know, that's how trained they were, you know. But anyways, yeah, it was so neat when we were sitting out there all sad and stuff, and all of a sudden she comes out with this new life, you know. It was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah. My husband gave them all away. I was so mad. I wanted to keep them all. He's like, what the hell are we going to do with 12 ducks? I think it was like 12 or 10 or something like that. I was like, we're just going to keep them. Because the ducks were my daughter's pets. They were Brandy and Amanda's pets. And
Yeah.
And Brandy was so excited when she saw Silencio come up. We thought Silencio was dead.
Yeah.
Because she never went away from Stuart. They were always together, except for when we got those other ducks. But still, she was always there, you know. And even if you couldn't find her, you could hear her. Because that's why my daughter named her Silencio, because it means silent in Spanish.
Mhm.
Because ever since we got her as a duckling, when we picked her up from the store, she nonstop all the time. You know, she never.
She's very vocal.
She was. So it was weird that we didn't even hear her. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thought she was dead. But yeah, it was a good memory. You know. Frankie's Fine said she grew up in a three-story hotel that had a bad pigeon problem. No birds in my house.
Oh yeah,
I like
pigeons
pigeons.
are bad. Yeah, Jim shoots everyone he sees here.
I don't get pigeons here.
Well, we have about 5 miles north of us where the Snowville Derby track is. They have this big old barn there, and there's a big flock of pigeons there. And I think what happens once in a while is they're crowded over there, so that you have like pairs branch off and try to find another barn to live in. So they come down here by me, and then, well, you can't have them in a barn. I mean, they're flying rats that shit all over everything. You know, they just can't. You can't have them in a barn. They'll wreck stuff.
We've been doing some spring cleaning around here, so we've got some piled up garbage outside that we got to get burnt. Anyways, the last couple days we've had crows. And oh my God, it was like freaky, because the other day I walked out to my car to get something out of there, and the crows, you know, are rah, rah, rah. And all of a sudden this one's like circling right over my head, and I could hear the whoosh, whoosh, whoosh of his wings.
Yeah,
And it was like freaking me out. I was like, oh my God.
it's like your
I told my
bird.
husband, I said, we definitely got to burn that garbage this weekend to get rid of these damn crows.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Oh, a long time ago, there was this guy that lived across the street whose family had like a donut shop bakery. Okay, so he'd bring me these bags of donuts. I'm like, eh. Because they're in bags, they're all stuck together and stuff.
Ugh.
I'm like, okay, yeah, great, thanks. I mean,
Bear
keep
bait.
bringing them, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was like throwing them out in the pasture. So sometimes the horses will like lick the glaze off or the sugar off. Except that I started having these crows, and they would be flying around with these donuts in their
Oh my God.
Oh my
It
God.
was funny because you see all these crows and have these donuts they're carrying around, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, I hope that guy doesn't see it." He was an old timer. He'll hurt his feelings. These freaking crows flying around with donuts here for a while.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's a good show. Like I used to take the donuts that I would get from the store, and they would be like leftover or whatever for the day. And so like I was just gonna throw them away anyways, and I knew that I had to pick up my son at work, so I would go to McDonald's and sit in the parking lot and throw donuts and watch these seagulls fight over them,
God.
and like try to stuff a whole donut down their throat like all at once without even chewing it up. It's just like me swallowing it. It's like, oh my God. And then like you'd have seagulls going over to the other ones and fetching it from their mouth
Yeah.
and fighting over it. And it was hilarious. And I would get other people that would drive up and park right next to me because they knew what I was doing. They would just sit there and watch it.
We don't get seagulls here. We don't get seagulls here until August, which I'm assuming that's when they're starting to think about migrating back off of Lake Superior. But anyway, so we'll be out on the boat and you'll have some seagulls on the lake, and then you start like throwing popcorn out for them, and then they go like crazy for it. And you got them like circling your boat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being up here with Lake Superior, seagulls are all over the place. Yeah. Anyways, the other day I was at McDonald's and I was eating some chicken nuggets. And this one seagull sitting outside my car, and he's just standing there, not being aggressive, not crowing at me or whatever you call it, not squawking at me, nothing. He was just standing there. He was just being a good seagull, which is very rare. Anyways, because we have seagulls like on Canal Park when you're at the lake, and they'll actually dive bomb your food. Some of them. Well, anyways, they're pretty aggressive up here. Well, this one was just standing there, just hanging out by my car. And I looked around and I didn't see any other seagulls, which is a rarity. When you see one, usually you see a bunch. Well, anyways, I broke him off a piece of chicken nugget and I threw it to him, and it bounced off the ground and he caught it in his mouth. So I broke off another piece. I look around to make sure no other seagulls are around again. I broke off another piece. I bounced it on the ground. He caught that one again. I was like, "Oh, you're such a cute little seagull." He was so cool. And the whole time he didn't squawk. He just ate his food. He didn't like get aggressive or anything. He just stood there and was eating. I fed him like 2 chicken nuggets. He was pleased.
Yeah, we get seagulls here like the last week of August and then in September, and then they're gone. So that's the only time of the year we have them. Just for that short time, they're like in our parking lots and stuff like that, and then they go on to wherever they go to.
No, we have them all summer long.
Yes, when I went up to Bayfield, there were seagulls up there because we were out on the lake and stuff.
You don't see a lot of Walmart. Mostly just by the lake. If you get away from the lake, you don't see seagulls as much. But
yeah.
Ours live at Walmart, and sometimes they can fly inside, and you'll see them perched in the freaking in the ceiling, where the beams are. You'd see seagulls sometimes. It's funny.
Valerie, Dwayne wants to know if you're okay.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Should be in quiet today.
Oh. Yeah, we don't like seagulls, and we don't like people who feed seagulls either up here. You don't want to get caught feeding seagulls because people will give you some dirty looks. And
especially like if you're in the middle of the parking lot. Yeah. People hate that.
Well, they shit all over your car and everything. And like I said, if you're down on Canal Park, down on the lake, they'll dive bomb you for your food.
Yeah, they could be real assholes sometimes.
Yeah. Remember one time I was fishing and I let out the cast and a seagull went after my bait and caught it. Ended up catching the seagull.
Oh, did you hook him?
No, he ended up not getting a hook.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be trying to hook
a seagull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've come pretty close to hooking them myself.
My husband's uncle did that one time, though, hooked them. And they dive bombed the bait.
We were ice fishing with a group of people, and they had tip-ups out, and they pulled a northern up on a tip-up, and he had it laying on the ice. He was going back to get his pliers to unhook it, and an eagle came down and grabbed that northern and took it tip-up and all.
Oh, wow.
Oh, gosh.
there's an eagle by my dad's house that watches Henry like a hawk. Sometimes we have to keep an eye on Henry. I don't even know what I'd do if a bird came down and took Henry. I don't know what the hell I would do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess try to
Devastating would
chase
that
it, but
be?
I mean, oh my God, the panic as your dog's going, oh, you're up in the.
I know.
in the
What would you
sky.
even do? I mean, by the time you could even go get a gun,
Yeah, when
I
you
don't even
shoot
know what
the
to
eagle,
do.
your dog's gonna drop to its death.
Yeah. I couldn't even imagine. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day I saw the eagle up in the tree and he was sitting there watching Henry. I was like, get the hell away from Henry. Oh my God, I don't know how I'd explain this to my dad. An eagle got your dog.
Yeah, there's
Well, he's always on a chain anyways, but still.
there was this I used to work at this vet in California, and he had a bunch of like peacocks and stuff like that. And so he had like them in a pen, and then like you would have, you know, people bringing their little dogs and stuff in, and there would be these big pine tree there was these big pine trees that were in the yard, and there would be chicken hawks sitting in the freaking pine trees, and then if they seen somebody that had a little dog running around without a leash or anything, they would come down and try and get that little dog.
Yeah.
Chicken hawks were fearless, man. They didn't care if, like, you could be like a foot away from your dog and they would try and swoop down and get your dog.
Yeah. Hi, Carol.
Hey there, Carol.
Yeah, I would be you'd be so helpless if they came and got your dog. You wouldn't, nothing you could do.
Yeah, it'd be awful.
Couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, I know I've told the story before, but there was this time where our cats were bringing in pieces of bunny rabbits, and I couldn't figure out how they would just be like, it was like they were being clipped, like pieces of them were being clipped.
Oh, geez.
I know, and you know what it was? Owls.
Oh, yeah.
Owls were sitting up in the trees above, and they would go down and pick up a bunny rabbit, and then they would take them up in the tree and try and like eat them, but they would clip, like, because their beaks are so sharp, they can clip them, and there's like no blood.
Huh.
It's insane.
Well, I was sad one day. Well, my Jack Russell, she was killing baby skunks.
Oh my God.
And which, you know, okay, good. Get rid of the skunk population.
Right.
But anyways,
didn't that make her stinky though?
No.
Oh.
One day all of a sudden, I hear this weird noise over in the grass, the tall grass. And I see Willow jumping up and down. Well, anyways, I was like, Willow, get over here. Well, anyways, all of a sudden here she brought me a baby cat dead.
Oh,
Here
no.
she was killing these baby cats out in the lawn. And I was like, oh, crap. You know, how do I scold her? I mean, how did she know the difference between a baby cat and a baby skunk? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
So I was like, crap, how do I scold her, you know? And then all of a sudden, I was like, no, don't do that, you know? And then all of a sudden, boom, here she bring another baby cat. I was like, oh, my God, my dog's a cat.
Wow.
She'd bring them up to me like, look at what I did, Mom.
My dogs are cat chasers, but I think they would be scared to like get too close. They're they're little pussies. Well, I mean, you've seen them react. I mean, you heard about me, like, you know, telling them what they would do to the freaking chipmunk. Yeah. They didn't do anything. They would just sit there and look at them. And my son was scared that, you know, they might like try and hurt the ferret if he's out running around or whatever. I was like, are you serious? Because I don't think so. I think they would be afraid of him. They get jealous. I know that.
Yeah.
They get jealous of me holding him and petting and talking to him and stuff. And yeah, they don't like that. Well, I was kind of waiting for Brandon to come home to see if he was going to go in the garage and find my fishing pole.
I carry my fishing pole in the back seat of my truck, or behind the back seat of my truck.
Yeah, we used to a lot. We used to carry ours all the time. But we haven't been fishing in so long. I miss it. I think it's good for me to get out and do that.
Yeah, it is. I'm ready to go fishing.
Watch this video. Okay, watch this video. This guy's gonna jump off his bridge and then catch a fish. This guy jumps off this bridge like 10 feet down, and then he comes up out of the water, and he's got like a small catfish in his hand.
Oh my God!
It's like extreme noodling.
I thought he was killing himself. Huh.
Maggie Doodle's never been fishing in her life. Really? I wouldn't do it.
Wow, Maggie, really?
Carol said horned owls are immune to skunk spray, so they eat them. Huh.
I think baby skunks don't have any spray until they're a certain age. Ain't that right, dude?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, imagine the baby skunks weren't able to spray a willow.
No, they're not. The babies don't. It's like an age. They're older when they get the ability to spray. Because I knew somebody that the mama skunk got hit on the road, and they picked up the baby skunks and took them to the wildlife rehabilitation center.
Yeah, because they could still have rabies.
Oh.
Yeah, but they can't spray you when they're babies.
So when you're skunk, that's how you know you're old enough to date. Hey, ladies, my scent gland came in.
Oh my God, skunk! Jim had it where we came home from Florida, and there was a skunk here. And he let the dogs out, and I hear him yelling, "No, no, Cody, no!" And then I smell it. I'm like, "Oh man!" He goes, "Oh, that's so gross." He goes, "Because it was in the backyard, and it gets its little pink butthole puckered up and shoots that stuff out."
Oh God!
Yeah.
It's like the color of milk. It's this spray that comes out in a stream about the diameter of your index finger or maybe your pinky, and it's a straight stream comes out of the skunk's butt. And it's like a white milky color, and at first it's like a root crop, like turnip or cabbage, as it's coating your mouth, because it's like too much for your nose to take at first when you're that close. But then all of a sudden it like lightens up a little bit, and you get the full aroma. I mean, and you want to talk about you're ready to get sick? It's bad. It was so bad. I was like 6 feet away from it when it did it. It was
Oh.
You're just trying to find a way to not smell yourself. Do anything
Who got
you can.
it? Did Snoopy get it? Oh, I think it was Snoopy got it.
I know my oldest son got sprayed.
Oh, yeah. Dogs get sprayed. Oh.
Yeah, if I see a skunk, I give it a wide berth. I stay away.
Yeah.
Well, it came out of the playhouse. I didn't know what the commotion was, so I went out there to see. And then it popped out of the playhouse. It was eating that cat food that we left for when we went on the trip.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden it popped out and it was right there in front of me. There's nothing I could do. I just yelled to the dogs to get away.
My gosh.
And you know how dogs are when they see an animal and you try to say no, and they're just right on it.
Right on it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got this, Dad. Dad may be scared, but I got it.
Knock on wood. Like that day I said that Mabel flushed that fawn. My first thought, I'm like, oh my God, I hope it's not a porcupine or a snapping turtle, because I'm thinking, oh man, I don't want to have a dog full of quills. I've never had a dog full of quills, but it happens a lot here.
Yeah, I don't think
that's your time. One day we came home and the St. Bernard had quills.
Ugh.
Oh God, I felt so bad pulling those out.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta like grab. Well, I've never had a Jim has. You gotta grab them with the pliers because it got that barb on the ends. You gotta make that barb go in and then pull it out.
Yeah.
Quills, you gotta cut the ends off too.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you cut the ends off, it'll break that like suction. They come out a lot easier because they're hollow. And then you'll get some air leak through that tip and it'll come out easier. And use a burlap bag. You put the burlap bag over the dog's face and it can't bite you. But the quills stick through the burlap and you can pull them. But I've had them all the way down like their throat and stuff.
Ugh.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you won't be doing anything else that night. It can take a couple, 3 hours.
A 3-hour tour. One time, well, about 2 weeks after St. Bernard had gotten into the quills, we drive up the driveway and we see Jake and his hair is all matted from a distance. We're like, what the hell? And we're like, oh no, did he get in with a porcupine again? Well, anyways, when we got closer, well, here that morning, we were driving down the road and almost hit a cow. Well, the neighbors' cows were out. So, anyways, they were down the road. When we came home that night, here the ass must have took the cows through our yard. And when he was bringing them back home, and here there were cow patties all over my yard, and here Jake had rolled in them.
Oh no!
So my Saint Bernard was full of cow shit, and his hair was all mad. I was like, "Oh my god!" And so then, anyways, we rinsed them off and whatever. All of a sudden, when we're going to get the shovel and stuff to clean up these cow piles, all of a sudden he goes and rolls in it again. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
I'm gonna try Jake up now. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, poop all matted into a St. Bernard's thick coat. It was horrible.
What are you doing, Sally? What's that thing in front of your computer screen?
Whenever, like, I could take pictures because I have one of these foam boards, and so I put one there and one on the side, and just kind of make a little enclosure.
Oh, okay. Because it's like done with like numbers or letters or whatever, and I keep thinking it looks like, wasn't there a movie where they have like a bunch of like computer like coding or what the hell is computer code?
Here, you can see what it is now.
Yeah, it's Boba Fett. I see it.
Yeah,
now.
She's programming, Tara.
Yeah, she's programming. She's running the numbers.
Yeah, I was gonna try and get rid of these, but I was like, man, these things are good. I can just use the white side of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm just taking pictures of a little item, I just do it right here.
Yeah, I've done that. Maureen said, "Oh Val, I love that Kate Young dress." Earlier, she also said thank you for sharing her stuff.
Who's that?
Maureen.
Oh, okay. You're welcome.
Valerie, cheer up.
I'm all right.
Have you sold anything on Poshmark lately?
I can't remember the last time I sold something. Yeah, I think I sold some. I sold some shoes yesterday.
Oh, good.
I was telling my husband last night about the whole Valerie's my husband thing.
Oh my gosh.
And I was laughing hysterically, And my husband's like, I guess you had to be there. I was like, you're such a party pooper. I think it's hilarious. He's like, yeah, it's hilarious. I thought it was funny. He's at a work meeting today for Steam Show. I decided not to go. And then all the stuff I bought yesterday, I forgot in the truck, and he never brought it in for me. So now I gotta wait till tomorrow to list it.
Ding.
Got a little competition going on the listing challenge tomorrow.
Competition.
Sheldon and them were talking about it last night.
Oh God.
And then Dwayne said, "Yeah, Deldon, go and beat Todd." I just thought it was cool being in somebody else's channel and they were talking about your challenge. I mean, everybody else used to be like, "What challenge?"
Right.
Becoming a normal thing now. Everybody knows about it. A lot of people do.
Well, the bad thing is I may have to
No.
I may have to leave for a little bit
Oh,
tomorrow.
that's big.
We'll keep it going. And Brandon's over across the street working, and he's got to leave soon, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to leave to take you fishing.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave and go by myself.
Yeah, right.
I can go by myself. I know how to fish by myself. It's just funner when you have somebody else. Yeah.
Funner.
Funner. Funnier. Funner.
Dang it.
Oh, shout out to Val.
Who's Val?
Texas Val.
Why?
She's sending our hats.
What?
She's sending us kiss our grits hats. She
Well,
is.
that
I tried to give her all my Poshmark money and she didn't take it. I'm like, here, have all my Poshmark money. That's all I have. It's my offer.
Kiss my grits. Slow. That's funny.
But she didn't take it. She's being a sweetheart and just sending it to us. So I gave her your address and my address.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you so much, Texas Valerie. You're a peach.
That's very sweet.
My arms are shaped weird. Wow, do I have ADD or what? Talking about Val, and then I'm just looking at my arms. My arms are weird. Okay. What are we doing? I drank a lot of coffee this morning.
Yeah, I
Can you
can
tell?
tell. Yeah.
Like, ah!
I'm selling raffle tickets for our Steam show.
Cool.
Oh shit.
I did lots of sharing this morning on Poshmark.
Yeah, Charles, that's fine. Can I enter the listing challenge tomorrow if I have a family member take and edit photos? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's no problem.
Oh, that's cool, Maureen. Should grab that. I'm going dumpster diving tomorrow night. It's on my schedule.
Who's dumpster diving?
I am.
Oh. I thought you said Carol was. I was like, wait, she doesn't dumpster dive anymore. She said.
Yeah, you guys have been sharing a lot with me, so thank you. I have a process kind of now that, like, in my news I go through and see all the like new people that I need to follow and stuff. And so I go in there and I follow and I share 4 listings. If I'm on the PC. But if I'm on my phone, I share their whole store to my Pinterest and my Twitter. And then on my PC, I will go through my list of likes and go through and share bunches of stuff. So I just do like item by item on the people that I like, and then mostly sharing the whole store on the new followers and stuff. So I don't know. It's seeming to work.
That's the thing is you got to find out what process works for you. You know.
Yeah.
How you can get it all done and all that. So.
And I'm really trying to share my store more, but it's really hard for me because it's tedious.
Well.
Nikki. I got some news for you.
What?
Quick Trip removes its vegetable trays from the shelves after several reports of illnesses in the Wisconsin and Minnesota area.
Oh.
Drama.
You have a increase of infections from, and I'm going to butcher this, Cyclosporia, a parasite commonly found in developing countries.
Huh.
Wow.
And
the vegetable trays they get from somewhere else.
3 in Wisconsin are sick, 11 in Wisconsin and 3 in Minnesota.
Oh. That's terrible.
Dirty Quick Trip fingers on them.
They come from somewhere else prepackaged.
No, I think it was those Quick Trip workers putting that food together.
All those walkers going and putting their dirty fingers all over them.
Yeah. They got parasites in their fingers and it's getting on those carrots.
Oh.
Those vegetable trays come from another company. Smart ass. I know. How do people screw up veggies? I mean, I've seen that before. We had some tomatoes on the vine here at the stores that ended up giving people salmonella. It's like, I think it was salmonella or some kind of infection. Anyways, it was like this thing, and it was like, how do you screw up vegetables?
I don't know. Stick
You
them
know?
in their butt.
You just have a scrub brush, and whenever you get home from the store, you just scrub them up.
Well, and that's another thing. Aren't people washing their goddamn vegetables before? Well, a vegetable tray, they wouldn't probably wash those because they're in a
The thing
vegetable tray. They
is,
should already be
when you
washed.
yes, they should
You
be
know.
washed, but whenever you buy vegetables at the store,
Yeah, you should wash them.
when you buy vegetables from the store, they are sprayed with stuff like water, but they're also sprayed with stuff to keep them looking nice. And so when you get them home, you're supposed to scrub them up.
Yeah. At least rinse them.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Okay, that was Brandon. I gotta call him back.
I don't usually use my vegetable brush on anything but potatoes because they've come out of the ground. They're dirty, you know. But, and I have to say, the red potatoes from Quick Trip are never dirty. They're always usually pretty clean.
Yeah, but they're full of those parasites.
But yeah, I don't understand how people have problems with vegetables. Take them home and wash them.
Well, I mean, you want to do that anyway because when they're in the ground, they get the the pesticides and stuff all over them. So,
well, yeah, and people walking by, they're touching them. You never know who touched those. As I said, at the very least, rinse them off. You know,
that's kind of a common sense type of thing.
Mm-hmm. I suppose they figure, though, they're at the grocery store, they should be washed before they get them, I suppose. But I don't know. I wash mine.
Yeah, I don't trust anybody to do that for me. I want to do it myself.
Yeah,
make sure.
But I could see like a vegetable tray that's already put together, and you assume they're already washed, I would think. So I wouldn't wash a vegetable tray. I would just, because it's sealed, I would open it up and put it on the table so I could see if those got parasites. Maybe I'll have to start washing vegetable trays when I get them. I never thought of that, because you assume that since they're sealed, they've done all that already.
Right.
Wash your vegetable trays. So yeah, anyways, I was there's this woman in the steam club who used to work on the railroad, so she'd sell like 1,500 tickets a year. And so everybody, she always makes a big deal about it. And at every meeting, she's like, I sold this many tickets. I sold this many tickets. And she's kind of sickening about it, you know. So I told my husband, I said, maybe I'll try selling my raffle tickets on YouTube.
Hey.
What can you win?
Well, this year it's a Farmall Cub, or you can pick either the tractor or $500.
Oh, you don't have to be there?
Huh?
You don't have to be there to win?
No. If you took the tractor, you'd have to come pick up the tractor. We wouldn't ship it, but
I would expect you to ship it free shipping.
but the $500 we'd ship that. And then the second prize I think is like 200, and the third prize is like 100, and they're $1 a ticket.
Oh wow, they're cheap enough.
And I'm willing to send your ticket in the mail. So if anybody wants to buy a raffle ticket, let me know. They're $1 a piece. I figure you can do PayPal friends and family.
When's the drawing?
After the Steam show in August.
Oh, it's in August.
Weekend before Labor Day.
All right.
Or, yeah, Labor Day. Is that Labor Day? In September? Yeah.
Yeah,
weekend
the first
before Labor
weekend
Day.
of September.
Yeah, so it's the weekend before Labor Day. I would like to go there and say, hey, I need 4,000 tickets. I'd at least like to beat her record of 1,500.
Oh, boy.
You can do it, Nikki. Get on YouTube and...
Just so she'll shut up. You know, because she's like, she acts like, because she's the only one who sells tickets, and she acts like our club would go down if she stopped selling tickets. You know what I mean?
Well, would it?
No.
Oh.
But it's like, I mean, yeah, it's great that she sold that many, but she's like, and she did a lot of hers mail order too.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why she got to sell so many. And I told my husband yesterday, I said, maybe I'll try on YouTube. I'm willing to send out tickets by mail.
There you go.
I can fill them out with their name and address and phone number and then send them their ticket stub. It costs me a little money. You know?
What's your email, or don't you want to say it live?
My email? Oh, for PayPal?
Yeah.
Unless
you don't want to say it live. I guess you couldn't do anything.
No, I will. Let's see. What is it? Let me look. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't sound like you were very well prepared to pitch these tickets for sale. I'll tell you that.
I didn't think actually anybody was going to actually say they buy some.
Jesus Christ. I'll try to sell you these tickets, but I have no idea what my email is.
My eBay 54880 @gmail.com.
My eBay
54880.
Okay, guys.
What's it at? Gmail?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, guys, I'm going to shut it down.
All right.
Hold on. Don't shut it down yet.
Okay.
The prize is either a tractor, which you'd have to pick up yourself, or $500. That's the grand prize. Second prize is $200. Third prize is like $100.
I want that tractor.
How much are the tickets, Nikki?
$1 a piece. And you can just pay me through PayPal, friends and family, and then I'll write your name and address and everything on the ticket. And make sure you send me your phone number in case that's not on PayPal. And then,
well, if I win the tractor, can you just sell it and then give me the money?
Or you could take $500. It's either you can take the tractor or $500.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can take the tractor or $500.
What's your email again?
My eBay 54880 @gmail.com.
Hold on. Shit.
I'll type it in the chat.
Okay. That would help tremendously.
They're $1 a piece, yes. And then I'll just send them to your address on PayPal. And if there's a different address you want them sent to, just let me know.
Okay.
Okay, I better get a pen and write this down. I didn't think this would be such a big thing. Thank you, guys.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna pitch something, you got to be ready, Nikki.
You got to be prepared.
Yeah, you don't just say, well, maybe I thought I'd sell it on YouTube, and then everybody starts asking. You're like, I don't have the answer to these questions.
So scrap happy. Just so I know who to look for here. Yeah, and then just send it friends and family so I don't get charged for it. And then, like I said, I don't mind sending them out. I'll spend 50 cents on each one to send out the tickets.
You don't even have to send mine, just.
And it's a nonprofit organization, so you're helping out a nonprofit. We're a small club that whatever we sell pays for the next steam show. So it's not like anybody's making any money off the stuff.
Yeah, just take a picture of our numbers. You don't have to send nothing.
What do you mean?
Just like with your phone, just take a picture of our numbers. Or
Oh,
take a picture of our tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do that.
Instead of sending them out.
Yeah, I could do that. If that's okay. And then if you want me to send them to you, I will. But I'll keep them all just in case you win.
Oh, I almost messed up.
But I'll just keep them all. But if you want the actual tickets sent to you, I don't mind sending them.
My eBay 54880, right?
Yeah, at gmail.com.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'll do that, Maggie Doodle. Thank you. You'll probably hear me pitch them again in my show and stuff. So now that I know this works,
and now you can pitch them in the morning show too if you want.
Okay.
You should go on Dwayne. You should go on Dwayne's auction show, and you can auction some of them off.
Yeah, there you go.
It's not letting me. It's not letting me do that one. My eBay 54880 at gmail.com.
And the drawing is the Texas Valerie.
The drawing is August. The last full weekend in August. Last weekend before Labor Day. It's August. Like I said, I wasn't prepared.
Oh my gosh.
It is August. The drawing will be on August 26th at the end of the steam show.
Joanne, I told Nikki to auction off some of these tickets on your auction show.
Oh, I'm done.
Anyways, you're helping out a small club that just kind of takes care of ourselves, and our one steam show pays for the next steam show, and so on. So. Thank you, guys.
Welcome.
Yeah, they're $1 a piece, and so I'll take a picture of the tickets and send them to you. If you want the actual tickets sent to you, I can do that too. Just let me know. I don't mind.
So how many do you have to sell to beat her? You have to be over 1,500?
Yeah, I think she sells like 1,500 a year. So.
And how many did you sell last year?
Me, I sold. I think I sold 100 last year.
Oh boy. I thought maybe you were going to say, "Oh yeah, I sold like 800 with everybody I know around here." But if I can just push it over. Okay.
When I used to work, I used to sell a lot more because I'd sell them at work. But I don't really interact with that many people outside of online. So.
Okay, I'm gonna shut it down so I can go fishing.
All right, Sally. I'm gonna go outside and work anyway.
I'll get your tickets sent to you.
Thank you guys for coming on here and being with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for Sally.
Bye, Sally.
It was fun. Bye. Love you, sister.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love you guys. See you later.
Oh, okay. Don't scratch me all up. No.